Hey guys, this is the Great Lugia here. Welcome to Pokemon Emerald version, the go-through, part 12. Anyway, off screen I did a bit of random stuff, healed of course. Then I went ahead and sold some stuff at the Pokemart, just random stuff like X items, tiny mushrooms, Stardust, things like that. I also just went ahead and bought, what was it? Yeah, it was, what did I buy? Oh yeah, I bought a couple more soda pops off screen because they take forever to buy. So I just did that off screen. I got 10 of them in total now, including the 6 I won. And then, lastly, I just went ahead and used the old rod in the roof below and caught a Tentacool. Not using it or anything. Also, there's Liquid Ooze, so that's proof that not all Tentacool have clear body, as was shown last episode. Yeah, why do all those things have that? It makes Mudslap less useful. Anyway, I also just have it for the... mainly I got it, for sake of the tons and tons of Water HMs later on in the game. And I don't want my team members to have to use all of them. Also, I have it just for heal fodder for now. Anyway, first off, here's the harbor area. There's nothing you can do yet, but in a long, long way from now... there actually will be something here, and actually even before that there will be something. Here's the Battle Tent. The contest building was originally here in Ruby and Sapphire, but now all contests are only in Lily Cove. I'll get into that later this episode. Here is the, as it says here, the Name Raider's house. Don't feel the need to do anything that. And here is the Pokemon Fan Club building. The guy over here will give you, various, scarfs and such for, contests if your Pokemon has enough, various status conditions or whatever it's called, like beauty, coolness, that stuff. But what you will want to do, even if you're not into contests like me, is talk to this girl with a Pokemon in front of your party that likes you a lot. Because if you do, then she will give you a Soothe Bell. Granted, I don't have any need for that right now, but it's still nice to have, and I just wanted to show it. Only other thing of note in here is that there's an interviewer here, and then you could check a TV, and at one point it'll show your interview. But I don't really care about that at all. Anyway, here's the market, and there's a few things to show off here. First off, there's this woman. I don't think she was in Ruby and Sapphire. Anyway, she just talks a lot, and a lot, and a lot, and a lot, and she gives you the powder jar. And she just talks a bit more, and a bit more, yeah, because the Berry Crush wasn't introduced until Fire Red Leaf Green. And this guy mentions secret power. And basically, if you go back after you get secret power, he'll sell some stuff. Those two people don't sell anything along with the woman over here, but talk to this woman, and if you have, if your effort values are maxed, then she'll give you an effort ribbon. Granted, I'm not going to get into the competitive aspect, just going through the game normally. And anyway, this guy just sells, vitamins also for EV training and such, and also just to raise stats in general. And lastly, there's this person that sells a couple of Pokemon dolls for a certain use later on that I'm not going to get into quite yet. Also, just here's a lighthouse that doesn't matter at all. And also, here's some other stuff. And up there on the Oceanic Museum, you can see there's various Team Aqua grunts blocking the place. Also, if you go up the route north, Team Aqua will be blocking that too, before you can go anywhere. All you can access is the wild Pokemon grass or whatnot. What you want to do is go in here and talk to this person. And apparently his name's Doc. And I wonder if Bugs Bunny has ever made him go loopy. But whatever. Anyway, he just mentions how, you have to give it to Captain Stern, the Devon goods, and he's in here, and now you can go in. Also, just buying this. Also, you're going to want to pay careful attention to the music. First off, you just want to talk to this guy. And yeah, he's the guy you beat twice before earlier on in the game, and he gives you the TM for Thief. Don't think Whismer or anyone can learn that, though. Also, none of the other grunts have anything to say, or they don't have anything to give. They just say random stuff. And also, pay attention. This sound familiar at all? It should. It actually Well, first off, just here's some random stuff. The Submarine Explorer. You can pretty much talk to any of the display cases and it'll say random stuff, but here's the interesting stuff. First, the submarine, which will be important later. Then the SS Title, which is under construction. It's going to be a ship for later. And lastly, the SS Anne. A replica of that. Here's the thing. This is actually a remix of the SS Anne theme in red, blue, and yellow. Actually, the first remix of it, too, since Fire Red Leaf Green didn't come out until after Ruby and Sapphire. So this is the first remix of that theme, I believe, unless there's some random theme in Stadium or something. Very nice remix of that, too. Anyway, you want to talk to this guy, and this is Captain Stern. And here are two random people. Well, no, not random people, they're Team Aqua grunts. I'm surprised it took them this long to find Captain Stern. I mean, they were all on the bomb floor for, like, how long? Just doing random stuff. Anyway, we have to fight both these grunts in a row, but even then, they shouldn't be too bad unless for some reason you forgot to deal with the Pokemon Center. Anyway, first one just leads off with the Carvana. That's their only Pokemon. I'm not worried about Carvanus, even though it's Water Dark, because simply it doesn't get any water moves yet. And even if it did, it has hard special attack. Well, maybe not hard, but it's not amazing. Anyway, it's just spamming Rage, also. Also, watch out, it's gonna flinch. Or not. Anyway, this also introduces you to Rough Skin, which I believe only Carvana and Sharpedo have in Gen 3. Basically, if you hit him with, like, a move that does physical contact, like Headbutt, you lose, like, a couple of HP, but not many. Anyway, here's the second person. And he thinks he can beat you now, because apparently I got a lot weaker after fighting that one guy. Plus, he has two Pokemon instead of one. His first is an amazing level 14 Zubat. It's gonna kill me, I know it. That Leech Life is gonna do a whole 2 HP if even. Oh my god, it did 1. I just barely survived. But of course I miss. There we go. Also, you're going to want to get used to these Pokemon, because the thing is, you know how everyone says, you know how Team Rocket and Team Galactic always have the same exact Pokemon every time? To an extent, that's sort of true, because they both specialize in, like, poison types, and Oops didn't mean to do that. But here's the thing. Team Aqua literally only uses 3 species. Poochyena, Zubat, and Carvana. That's it. Every single grunt, every single admin, even the boss of the friggin' group never have any Pokemon outside of those 3 lines. Just Poochyena, Mightyena, Zubat, Golbat, Crobat, Carvana, Sharpedo. That's literally it. Absolutely nothing else. And Team Magma isn't any better. They have Poochyena and Zubat also, but instead of Carvana, they have a certain fire type. It's also 2 stages, which we haven't encountered yet, and I'm not going to go into yet, even though everyone who's ever played this game knows what it is. Anyway, now for a voice that will most likely hurt my throat. I came to see what was taking so long to snatch some parts, and you simps are held up by a mere child? We are Team Aqua, and we love the sea, and I am Team Aqua's leader, Archie. What makes you interfere with us? No, you can't be. You're not one of Team Magma. Wait, that can't be right. You're not dressed for the part. Pokemon, people, all life depends on the sea. So, Team Aqua is dedicated to the expansion of the sea. Don't you agree? What we are doing is a magnificent undertaking. Ah, fine. You're still too young to understand our noble objective. But I warn you, don't even consider interfering with our plans again. The consequences will cost you dearly. And don't you forget it! That was a long speech. Need a second to recover there. Because that hurt my throat a bit. Also, of course, they talk about expanding the sea for the one region with the most water. I mean, you could see it in Kanto or Johto, which has, like, almost no water routes, and also Sinnoh. But no, they have to go and pick the region with where literally 17 out of the 34 routes are water. I mean, come on, that's kind of ridiculous. Actually makes you sympathize with Team Magma when they want more land, because to be fair, this is a lot more water than any other region. Anyway, there's nothing else to do now. All Team Aqua left. We won't be seeing them for a while now. Huh? I'm sure I met you somewhere before. Have I introduced myself to you? If not, my name's Scott. I just saw Team Aqua run away from here like they were stung. Let me guess, you drove them away? Maybe, just maybe, this trainer. Alright, I think you're going to become a good friend. So, let's register each other in our Pokénavs. Register this Scott person in the Pokénav, and I just say that out loud because I remember that, and it's just funny. Because even the player's confused. What I'd like to do is tag along with you, but I do want to keep an eye on the towns of other people too. So, I'll be off to roam other towns a bit more. Be seeing you, Ethan. And of course, I get a call from a random person. It's just like my silver go-through all over again. Anyway, I'm just gonna go in the battle tent here, because now, he wouldn't appear before, but now he does. Oh, hey, if it isn't Ethan, who I just saw 2 seconds ago. Ethan, let me guess, you're going to take the battle tent challenge? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really great idea. After all, a top trainer is the perfect fit for the battle tent. Give it your best effort. Anyway, an Emerald instead of the contest hall does the battle tent. This one specifically is Battle Swap, where you rent 3 Pokemon, go through, I think, 3 matches. Every time you beat a trainer, you can swap, and then if you go to the end, you'll get a prize. But anyway, if you talk to this person, he'll actually give you certain something, even if you don't do anything. TM41, which I believe is Torment. Even in Ruby and Sapphire, even though the contest building is here instead, if you go inside and go into the hall without entering the contest, that guy will be there too. Anyway, I'm not gonna go through the battle tent or anything like that. Anyway, yeah, Captain Stern healed me up, which is awfully nice of him, I guess. Anyway, now just go up here quickly, not doing anything. Here's Route 1010. There are actually 2 ways to go through this route, which this guy actually mentions. There's Cycling Road up there, and if you go in here, basically, since we don't have a bike yet, they'll just say, you can't go up there, you don't have a bike. So you're forced to go through on the bottom way this time around. But I do recommend taking both eventually. And as if 2 long speeches weren't enough, oh, Ethan, imagine seeing you here. And where might my May be? Oh, I see. You 2 are running separately. Well, that's fine. Oh, yes, I heard that your Pokénav has had the match call system installed. Well then, I should register you in my Pokénav as well. That way, even when we're apart, I can rate your Pokédex anytime. Ethan, please keep an eye out for my May. Well, I'd better get going. See you again, Ethan. For a while, I was wondering, like, where he came from, but to be fair, the route actually to the left, once you have... The route to the upper left, once you have Surf, actually connects with Oldale Town, which is right next to New Bark, so I'm guessing he just has a Pokemon with Surf. And anyway, he's been holding out on us. He won't give us the HM! Damn you, Birch. Anyway, I think we did a good amount this episode. Next time, we will head up Route 110 and see what lies in store for us. I'll see you then.